could call this the first episode of season three of the podcast back with Alex. So Alex, welcome back. Hope you're enjoying being back on campus so far.
Nah, it's been awesome. I've been so happy being back. This can be season three. Season two kind of had a crazy ending to it, so we can move on from that.
Yeah, we kick off season three with some fireworks too. So we'll have some fun. We'll get into everything that's been going on the past couple weeks. But let's start with this. I know after you made the decision to come back, you kind of got to go home and relax for a little bit. How was that before coming back to campus?
It was good. It was a good short 2, 3-ish days, I'd say I was home
All
before I
right.
got back to campus. So no, it was good just to spend some time with family, spend some time with friends. Me and my boys, we went to the Celtics game 1 which was a lot of fun. And that was just good. I just tried relaxing as much as possible before I headed down back for our summer workouts.
I've got to ask because we get this question tweeted at us a lot. How are the dogs doing at home?
They're doing fine. My mom, she's obsessed with them, so they're doing they're doing just fine. We got three of them now, so they're kind of, they're a madhouse in they're just going crazy in the house now, which is it's a lot of dogs.
Yeah. Three is definitely a lot there. I guess I got to make up for you not being there, right?
No, exactly, I guess so.
So you get back to campus. What was it like getting to come back and see everyone kind of like for the first time after you made that decision, getting to be back with the team and the coaches and everyone?
It was exciting just because I wanted to be back there and I wanted to be with the team, just get to know the guys at least. That's what's important about the summer is just trying to build that chemistry and it was important to get out there and just start playing against each other and it's good. I mean the team's been really good. We have a lot of talent on this team, which, is great for us and I truly think something special could happen this year and all the guys on the team are great and it's just super easy to talk to all of them.
Was it tough getting back into a Hurley run practice after you kind of had a few days off at home and have been doing some of the NBA workouts?
Yeah, definitely. Just because, Hurley, he's always on another level. So, definitely my first day back was a little bit of an adjustment, but after that, I was good from there. So, yeah, I'd say so. It was a little different after getting coached up at like the NBA Combine, and then you go to Hurley, which is it's definitely different for sure.
All right, we obviously got to talk about Coach Hurley a little bit because that was the big news of the past couple weeks. Give me your initial reaction when you first heard the news about what he had been possibly looking into with the Lakers.
Yeah, I seen it was at like 7 a.m. or something. So I was just I was opening my eyes reading. I seen Dan Hurley ESPN notification. I was like, whoa. No, I was happy for him just because, I love him as a person, love him as a coach, and for him to, be able to consider an NBA job such as the Lakers, I mean, it's a huge blessing. So
Yeah.
obviously, I was happy for him, but at the same time, I was definitely nervous because I wanted him to be my coach for this season, and I feel like our time wasn't up yet with the player coach relationship that we have. So definitely excited for him and happy for him at the same time nervous. That's kind of how I was, and I think that was kind of what the rest of the guys were too, just super excited for him to consider it. And we wanted him to consider it. But at the same time, we obviously selfishly wanted him back as our coach.
Yeah. I know the fan base was an emotional roller coaster over the few days while it was all going on. What was it like for you and your teammates? Kind of definitely being a lot closer to this situation than a lot of us are.
Yeah, I mean, it was helpful that coach talked to us on Thursday that, he was going to consider the job and kind of, just to trust what he's saying, trust what he's feeling, what the other coaching staff's telling us to, just to don't read into the media and don't talk to the media at the time just because the media, I mean, you saw so many different sources that were true or untrue, and there were just so many things that were like, I don't know, they found out about our team meetings, they found out about our practice schedules, all that stuff, and it was just crazy. But the team we met and we just had to stay together and just use it as a time to really just be stronger together and whatever decision happened we just had to stick together and just make sure that we know what that he wants what's best for him and we want what's best for coach too and then if he does come back or does go then we just got to stay together.
I think one thing that was really interesting, I don't think anyone really knew about it until he did his media availability the other day, was the fact that he gave you a phone call to talk it through. What's going through your head when you see him calling you that night?
I was surprised. I didn't expect a phone call from him just because I knew he was busy enough. So I didn't think, he'd want to call me and talk to me about it. But I mean, it just speaks to the relationship that we have. And just, I mean, I'm just thankful that he called me, and that's such like an important decision for him and
Yeah.
his family, and that he was willing to talk to me about it. I mean, I'm just beyond thankful for that. And it was a great talk. I mean, we were just open about it. He was expressing, his concerns about, Lakers job and, possibly coming back to UConn too, and just trying to get my thoughts on it. And, he just wanted to ask me just because I went through such a similar process too. Obviously two different positions, but
Yeah.
whether I wanted to go to the NBA or come back, and he just tried to get in my thoughts, and we just talked it all through.
Yeah, you said you were playing 2K. You end up winning that game afterwards.
No, I lost that game too, and I was getting up after I played. I was getting up dinner, like to go pick up my food, and then when I pick up my phone, I seen Coach Hurley calling me. I was like, "Whoa, I gotta answer."
Were you playing as the Lakers that night?
No, there were no. I was not playing as the Lakers, and I was definitely not playing against the Lakers. I couldn't. I didn't want to play the Lakers that day.
So by the time you got off the phone with him, did you get any sort of sense of his decision, or was it really not until Monday when you guys had that meeting that you realized what was happening?
It wasn't until Monday. He'd kind of he expressed both sides of the situation on the phone call with me, but he still told me that he was going to decide, and like he still needed the night to think about it. So I didn't know it was happening until the team meeting, and that's when really everybody found out, because I think he said like he told the media before, and like we were in the film room for like 20 minutes early, so like Twitter knew about it, and he was talking to us about it at the same time. So it was good to hear from him, because we wanted to hear from him instead of, you
Yeah.
know, a Woj or someone who would tweet it out.
Yeah. I assume the reaction, everyone was really excited when he said it.
Super excited. We were super excited. Had a lot of energy in practice later that day, and it was just a huge sigh of relief, just because, we all wanted him back,
Yeah.
and it was just awesome that he decided to come back.
Yeah, the last question I've got on this whole news story of the past week or so is it seemed like Coach's wife has a pretty big sway in the decision-making process, and it seemed like she's pretty involved with you guys in the team. I don't think we necessarily hear as much about, what you guys, your level of interaction with her is like, but it seems like it's a pretty big relationship there. What's it been like getting to, kind of be around Andrea and what she brings to you guys?
She's the best. I mean, she writes us poems. Oh, she like gives us like her and coach gives like a candy before like the game on game day, and like she writes a poem for us. Like every game she's written us a poem. And I mean, every time we go up to their house for team bonding activities, she's always welcoming, and just, she just gives us a lot of love. And it's just nice to have that. I mean, we're away from our families all the time, so for her to do that, and for coach to allow us, kind of be a part of their families too off the court, it's special. And I mean, she's the best. She's the best. I mean, she's everywhere with us during the team bonding activities. And I mean, just the love that she gives us and the support that she gives us. I mean, it truly means a lot to us when we're away from home for so long.
It's got to be team bonding time really now, right? As you've got the summer and trying to, really start to interact with each other and build that off the court chemistry. What's it been like so far?
It's been a lot of fun. We got a couple good personalities on the team, so it's good seeing, that. And it's a lot of fun. I mean, the returners, we definitely have the connection already, but the new guys, they fit right in perfectly. And it's been great. We've obviously went to the Red Sox yesterday, and then we've done other team bonding activities too. So it's been great, and that is what the summer is for.
Yeah, you mentioned you got a couple personalities on this team. Outside of yourself, who are the other big personalities on this team?
Uh, Aiden, Aiden and Tears have a funny relationship. He's their roommates, so you kind of get to see that friendship
Okay.
off the course. So that's been a good one. Ahmad's definitely out there, and then Isaiah and Liam are kind of like the calm, like Zay, not so. Liam's more like the calm, laid back type of
Okay.
personality. Zay, Zay and Ahmad could kind of fit in like, the outgoing type of people too.
All right. Did you end up deciding on a roommate situation or you got the place to yourself?
I got to place myself right now for the summer.
All right, there you
I
go.
don't know what's. I don't mind that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take a single. During the fall, I'm not too sure yet, but if I gotta have the room to myself for the season, I'm fine with that too.
yeah, there you go. Enjoy it. Summer is here, and if you want to be champion of the grill, make sure you're serving the best hot dogs around. I'm talking about Martin Roastals. Our friends in New Britain have been making their small batch gourmet hot dogs for 4 generations using Martin's original recipes from 1928. So if you want to dominate your cookouts, just like the Huskies dominated the tournament, be sure to grab some Roastal dogs at your local grocery store or pay a visit to their retail store on Grove Street in New Britain. As always, go support a Yukon fan-owned business. And now, back to the episode. No, your old roommate Donovan was back on campus the other day. What was it like getting to see him around there again?
No one knew he was coming. He didn't tell anybody. Maybe the coaches knew, and that was it. So like, I was just out in the gym early yesterday, and I seen him walk by. I was like, whoa. So no, I mean, it was great to see him. I missed him a lot, and I know he's got big things coming up for him later this month. So it was just great to see him. I did miss him a lot, and everyone else missed him a lot, and he's just such an easy person to be around. So
Yeah,
it was good. It brought back some memories being with him, and I can't wait to see where he lands
I know.
later this month.
In some ways, it feels like it was like so long ago, but then at the end of the day, it was like 3 months ago or whatever. So,
It does feel it does. I know what you mean, but it
yeah.
does feel so long ago. Yeah.
As you've been starting to get to practice with this group, outside of like just getting to bond and stuff like that, what is the things what have things been like on the court so far in these practices with this new group?
Yeah, it's just been a lot of playing. I think we just try to compete every day and just go, at each other, just live segments, and it's been great. I mean, just trying to understand the offensive concepts, understand defensively what the coaching staff wants us to do, and just start building what we've been doing the past 2 years specifically. So, it's been good. It's been challenging just because, it's hard to learn everything. It's hard to adjust to coach's pace and intensity right away. So it takes time for sure. But I think the groups they've been getting better every day with it, and we've definitely been seeing progress.
Yeah. What's impressed you so far about this group that you have as I know it's only been what, a week of practice maybe, but what's impressed you early on here?
I think it's just the talent. We have so many different guys that 1 through 12, really. I mean, anybody could go off any night, it seems like, and just the talent level is incredible. And it's going to be good for us this season, just with the depth. We know how important depth is during the March Madness run, and if someone's not having a great game or a week of practices, there's always someone that next man up that could take your spot. So it always makes you, got to go every time you step out there for practice, every time you step out there for the game, and knowing that anybody could take anybody's spot this year.
I know Coach Hurley mentioned the other day during the media that got a more bulked up Samson. What's it like seeing a more bulked up Samson out there?
It's been great seeing a more bulked up Sanson. I mean, he's really improved. Just what I've noticed, just his post moves already, and just like the touch shot that he has, and he's really starting to expand his game and just be. He's definitely a lot stronger out there, and you could tell. So I know that was something important for him, just trying to improve his body as well, and he's done a great job of that. I mean, he's a hard worker. Everyone knows how hard he works. So, I'm just glad that the results are paying off now.
All right. Well, we talked about some other big news this week, but let's talk about what the real news of the week was, and that was your first pitch yesterday. So let's get into that a little bit. Or first off, are you a big baseball fan or?
Not really, I'm gonna be honest. I never played baseball growing up. I I don't like watching baseball, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I'm not a big baseball type of fan, so
Fair enough.
but I do follow the Red Sox. So I do try to support them. So like if they are in the World Series, I might watch a little bit of
All
it,
right.
but
So you're a bandwagon fan.
bandwagon fan. No, 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 no. I'm Boston through and through for sports basis. So got to support them if I have an MLB team.
Even if you're not a baseball fan, I feel like getting to go on the field at Fenway, get to step on the mound there, it still had to be pretty cool, right?
Oh, it's so cool. I mean, just going out there, going in the middle of the field, it's awesome. And it is a blessing. It is a dream come true just because, not the biggest baseball fan, but
Yeah.
like how historic Fenway Park is. And you see the Green Monster, you see Wally, you see all of them there. So it's super special. And, I mean, I was there at Fenway for like field trips growing up during
Yeah.
school, but like not on the field. So it was definitely super cool.
Yeah. How did you prep for the pitch? Did you actually like do some practice for it?
I did Thursday when like it got closer to the day, I went out to Elliott's, the baseball field
Yeah.
here, and started throwing it from the mound because that's what I wanted to do. And it was either a strike or it was going to be historically one of the worst pitches, first pitches. So I needed to practice more. Friday, I was like, I'm gonna go practice. Didn't practice. So I'm like, all right. And then Saturday, I'm like, all right, I gotta practice. Today's the day I gotta throw a baseball.
Yeah.
I practiced in the morning in Worth, so it didn't really help me out. It went well. And then I practiced after practice after our team practice, and like everyone was watching, coaches were watching, there were people shooting around and stuff. They were just seeing me throw the baseball, and not gonna lie, it was probably like every 10 pitches, two of them were good. The rest of them were god awful. So coach was more so nervous heading into the first pitch. Then I was able to warm up beforehand, and then I got my teammates had my back when we
Yeah.
stepped up there. So that's all the confidence I needed.
Yeah. And you had to be pretty satisfied with the pitch you actually threw there. It's pretty good.
Oh, I'm taking that based on how I was practicing and based on, Coach Murray was trying to give me tips too. I don't know if I followed through on that during the first pitch, but I'm gonna take that pitch any day of the week.
How's the arm feeling today? It's still feeling pretty good, or you got to ice it down a little bit?
Might have to ice it down the shoulder, after the heat that was thrown on that ball. I might have to ice it. See James later today or tomorrow.
I didn't see anyone get the radar gun on that. We got to get the speed on that one.
I think, yeah, I don't know what the speed of that was. I'm not expecting it to be high, but you know, um, I am curious about that too.
Yeah. Well, don't you guys do the team softball game, right? So you gotta check another one there, and we'll bring out the radar gun and see what we get.
Yeah, I lost that game last year, so I got to construct a better team this year. Me and Donovan did a poor job of that last year.
See, just another reason you had to come back, right? You had to avenge the softball loss.
Exactly, got to finish off the softball win.
While you were there, did you get to interact with any of the Yankees or Red Sox players yesterday?
Um, I want to say a couple of the Red Sox ones. I mean, me, Stewie, and Aiden, we had to go to the bathroom, so they let us in the bathroom of the Red Sox locker room, which was pretty cool. So we
Oh,
were able to see what they were doing there,
yeah.
but not as much. Just kind of let them focus and get ready for the rivalry game.
Yeah. Do you get a chance to catch a glimpse of Aaron Judge? Because he's one of those guys who looks like he should probably be playing basketball too.
No, I know he's jacked. I mean,
Yeah.
he we watched until like about like the sixth inning, and like every time they said his name was up at plate, like to hit a ball, like we all like stopped what we were doing, just like watched him. Like
Yeah.
we knew how great of a player he was. So it was definitely super cool to see him up and
Yeah.
close.
Yeah. Well, I'm a Yankees fan. Didn't go quite their way
Oh,
last
really?
night, but at least I guess you brought your Red Sox a little bit of luck there. So congrats on that one.
Exactly. Thank you.
Speaking of Boston teams, I know you're a big Celtics guy. Game five, how you feeling heading into that one?
I'm feeling good, feeling confident. Hopefully they could, get the championship done in Boston. If they do end up losing on Monday, then I'll be pretty damn nervous. So
Yeah.
hoping they finish it off in game five. Once that happens in game five, I can get Liam a nice little Celtic shirt for him to wear the next day, and that will be a great end.
I was gonna ask because I know he's a Mavs fan. You guys been going back and forth on that?
We have been, and then now that when it was 3-0 and when it was 3-0, I kind of just let him be, just,
Yeah.
and then yesterday when we were in Boston, I reminded him that this is where the 2024 NBA champions reside. So take a good, look at the city. And but no, we've been, and then when I was at the game one, I was texting him like some Porzingis gifs and stuff when Porzingis was going off. So
Yeah.
definitely a little smack talk between us. And then he did some smack talk when he was in Fenway yesterday, just chanting Mavs in seven. So he's gaining some confidence back.
Yeah. All right. We'll see what happens. Game five. See if it gets a little more heated. What's kind of the rest of the summer like for you now that you're back on campus?
Yeah, it's just workouts. I know we got a couple dinners. I know we have a dinner coming up on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And yeah, just team bonding activities, summer workouts, and then when we get the time off, I'm taking the time off. I might plan a trip with my friends somewhere tropical, hopefully.
Nice.
In the mix of that right now. But no, when we do have like the week off in between sessions and after summer too, I'm gonna need to take time off just after the process I've been through and definitely
Yeah.
the Hurley workouts. So um I'm looking forward to my rest times coming up.
Yes. Go enjoy it when you can. Go somewhere
Exactly.
tropical. Sounds nice.
Tropical, Cape Cod, somewhere. It might end up being Cape Cod because then we're gonna see the money add up. We're like, we don't want to spend that much money. So we'll probably be Cape Cod.
Hey, you just got to do some NIL the next couple weeks and you'll be good to go, right?
Exactly. Why not?
Um, Alex, I always appreciate the time. I know it's been a really crazy past couple months, and excited to kick off season three of this podcast. Hope it'll be
Yes.
nice and smooth from here on out, and we'll have some fun stuff to talk about as the year goes on.
There should be no more distractions, hopefully. So I'm glad that we get to get rolling now and see how good this team becomes.
Yeah, awesome. Well, Alex, thanks so much, and we'll talk later on this summer.
Appreciate you. Thank you for having me.